Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for tuning into this video. And if you're an OG, thank you so much for coming back and watching this video. So today, you guys, I'm gonna be dyeing my gray hairs. And I figured I'd do this on camera to show you guys. I'm gonna show you the colors that I use, the process that I take to color my grays. I'm not gonna be coloring all of my hair, but we are gonna be spot coloring. So if you guys are interested and you wanna see the process, hear all about it, hear about the products, keep on watching. All right, you guys, so let's start off with the product that I'm using. If you are new here, I love to buy my color in a 3-pack. I have it linked under my favorite lock products. It's the Revlon Total Color Clean and Vegan Nourishing Cream Formula. I use the color 30, which is darkest brown. All right. And it says it has no parabens, sulfates, silicones, mineral oils, glutens. It's a permanent hair color, meaning I don't want the grays to come back, okay? I don't want them to come back. It is a permanent hair color, and I absolutely love it. I've been using it since the beginning of my lock journey. So this is what we're gonna be using today. And I think it's like a 2-step system. Actually, it's a 3-step system, my bad. But you get the color developer, which is step 1, and then you get the cream colorant, which is step 2, and then they also have a botanicals enriched conditioning gloss, which is step 3. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and add number 2 to number 1. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add this inside this bottle and shake it all up. But before I do that, I actually have some gloves here. I'm gonna put on my gloves so that I don't get my white tips, so that I don't dye them. This is the instructions. It comes with those little clear gloves, but girl, you and I both know that those things do not stay on. It says apply to clean, dry hair. Do not shampoo immediately before coloring. If your hair is very soiled or has heavy buildup of styling aids, shampoo 24 hours before application. So cool, it's been about 2 or 3 days since I shampooed my hair, so we're good. So my hair is clean, so the color is gonna penetrate nicely. It says to leave the mixture on for 25 minutes, 30 minutes for stubborn grays or coarse textures. Now before I actually do the color, I forgot that I had my lock sprinkles in. Now this is not a problem because the lock sprinkles do not change colors. However, since I am going to be retying my hair and changing the color of my lock sprinkles, I'm gonna go ahead and cut these out. So to take out these lock sprinkles, y'all ask me all the time, but it's such an easy process. You find one of the loops. It can be at the very end, it can be in the middle. I like to do it at the end because that's where I started. So if I do it at the end, everything would just come tumbling down. So I'm just gonna cut the first string, and look, the lock sprinkles already fell out. And it's literally the way that I weaved them in. I have my bowl here so I can try to salvage as many sprinkles as possible. But I'm just pulling each loop where the sprinkles are, and the thread is just coming with it. So each little loop, you see the thread is just coming right out. Grab the sprinkles. Because what I did when I put them in is I did not use multiple pieces of thread. I used one piece of thread and I weaved all of my sprinkles in with one long piece of thread. Just because I know that when it comes time to take them out, it's such a simple and easy process when you do it that way. If you apply the sprinkles and get a new piece of thread each time, you're gonna be doing this for a while. So you see there, it's literally, once you cut one piece of the string, they all come falling out. All right, it's so easy. Now I could dye this with the sprinkles in and it wouldn't be a problem, but because I am about to retie, and I do not retie with the sprinkles in because the way that I put them on, I cover the whole lock. Can you imagine retying this through my roots with all of those locks? So I'm pretty much at the end. You see there's no more lock sprinkles. I'm just gonna find the end, the knot, and just kind of pull to get it out. And it may be a little stuck in there and you may have to cut it. Just don't cut your doggone lock, you guys. So I get close and then I cut it off. And then that's it, you guys. I just make sure there's probably some thread on the ends here because I didn't cut exactly on the end. I cut right before the end. And that's it, y'all. The lock sprinklers are out. No damage to the lock. So simple. All right, you guys, so all of the lock sprinklers are out. Now I want to separate my hair to make this process go a lot smoother, be a lot easier. So I have some hair ties here that I'm going to be using. And since I'm only doing my roots, because those are the only areas that are turning gray, everything else is fine because I've colored before. When I tell you that this hair color lasts, like the grays do not come back, all right? The grays do not come back. So I'm just going to kind of follow a line here all the way over. All right, let me put this section up. But I also want to do another from ear on back to the other side. Oh my goodness, and I got some locks that are trying to merge together. And then I'm going to split it down the middle here. Okay, I want everything split down the middle because the middle of my hair seems to be where all the grays live. So I'm going to put this into a ponytail, but I'm not going to put it at the root. I'm literally going to do it like that. Okay, so that I can like put my fingers through there and do the same thing with this one. Oh, I should not have put these gloves on so soon. It's hard to work around these gloves. All right, so that's the second one. I'm going to do the back the same way. Doing it like this just makes it easier and helps you to stay organized because this can get a little messy. There's that. And then there's this. Oh my goodness, I am so due for a retie, especially around the nape of my hair in the back. Like those locks are so loose, and anytime I get them wet, I get so nervous. Like, oh my God, am I causing? All right. So this is a section. I did this side section smaller because I know I got some gray work to do over here on the sides and here. So I'm just gonna do that. And on the other side, y'all can see like this is where, do you see them grays? Like right here and right here. So that's where all my grays live. And then this is my most thickest part of my hair. So I want to make sure that I'm able to, you see all this gray, oh my God. Like every single time I go to retie, it's like more and more is popping up. I'm like, oh my goodness. My hair wants to be gray so bad. And maybe I'll embrace it one day, but right now she's not ready. I already know what y'all gonna say. Like, just embrace it, it's wisdom. Listen, can't I have wisdom and not have gray hair? It's okay. It's really okay. All right. Ooh, I can tell my hair has grown significantly. Okay, so this is my sections, you guys. And this is just keeping me like organized. So I like to start on my sides. And I'm actually gonna bring this down a little bit more. I like to start on my sides with the color. I've already shooketh my color. So I added number 1 and number 2 together and I shook it up really good. And literally, I'm just gonna do my roots. I'm gonna try to leave the rest of my hair long. You see I have my lock beads in. I'm not taking those out. They withstand the coloring process, but let me show you the gray. I have a dark towel here that I'm gonna wrap around my shoulders a little bit and put a clip over just to keep it in place. All right, so we're gonna start on this side, and the only thing that I do is I go along my roots with the color. If I was dyeing my whole head, I would probably need 1.5 bottles of these. So I just stick the tip through to saturate all of the roots and around the edges, and I go around it. And they're even in my baby hairs, y'all. And then I use my fingers to just kind of rub that in. You see how like being organized just makes it so much less messy. Like this is what I gotta do or else it can get real messy. And then I just kind of squeeze it to make sure that I've saturated everything inside. Make sure everything is being saturated. And this time around, I'm noticing I'm gonna have to put more around my edges because I've been finding a lot more gray hair around my edges. Oh my gosh, y'all. I will be 40 next year. I will be 40 next year. I'm actually excited about 40. I'm actually excited about 40. I have a lot of things planned, so I'm excited. And then that's it. And I go on to the next section. And I work my way around the middle first and then down because that's where I need to make sure I have enough product. So look at all these grays, wow. And I just stick it in there, squeeze the bottle. Rub it in well. I make sure I saturate this part really good because there's a lot of grays. As you can see, it's already turning in processing. So now that I have done it on all of the sections, let me show you. All right, now that all of the sections are saturated with the hair color, and I actually used it all. So I can't imagine having to dye my whole head. Now I'm gonna take a plastic cap and I'm gonna put this over my head and let this sit for 30 minutes. I'm gonna assume that my grays are a little stubborn and I'm gonna let this sit for 30 minutes. Let me go ahead and clean up whatever I have on my ear, get it off my earrings before it settles there. All right, and I will be back after I wash this out in approximately 30-35 minutes. So be back. All right, you guys, I'm back. My hair is still damp, so I'm just taking a black t-shirt and just kind of soaking up that extra water. After I rinsed out the hair color, the dye, I actually did steam my hair. So I just went straight to steaming after rinsing it out, and my hair feels really soft. And now I'm just gonna add my oils to my scalp, just to further combat any dryness, because as y'all know, I'm in my dry season, so everything is like super dry. Let me show you guys how good the dye worked. As you can see, we don't have any more gray hair. All of the grays are gone. And my baby lock has completely come out, so I'm gonna have to reestablish this lock here. But for them, and then around my no gray hair. It got all the stubborn grays. As you can see, you guys. Love that for me. Like I said, as my hair gets longer, I am seeing more and more that I needed a lock comb. This helps just detangle my hair without having to use my fingers. It just glides so smoothly through my locks and detangles it. So that's why I really, really love it. Look at that. Also have the one with the handle, which is the natural ox, on the website. So all that I do is let my hair air dry, and that is it, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it wasn't too long for you. Remember that all the products that I mentioned will be in the description box. I have linked the lock comb in this video and any other products that are on my website. And as always, I'll talk to you guys down below in the comment section. Bye.